What's happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Holland, Michigan. This is Big Lake Brewing. It's going to be their brand new strawberry haze. I've never seen this before. It's in distribution as of right now. March 1st, time of recording. This was canned on 2/20/25, so literally 9 days old. Okay, we'll accept this. We'll take it. I've had a lot of beers from Big Lake over the years. They do a really great job. There's some awesome people that work over there. I like everything they represent, truly. So they do a lot of good beers that make their way through distribution very often. And again, I've never seen this one, so I thought I'd review it with you guys. So this juicy hazy IPA bursts with bright, ripe strawberry flavor bursting with tropical hop aromas that complements the naturally sweet and tart notes of a fresh strawberry. 6%, 20 IBUs. That's what they have listed. Kind of weird. I mean, I've never seen it again. Seems like something they're just kind of diving into randomly here. Is it because of like beers like Old Nation, doing the strawberry M43, seeing really big success from that? I don't know if they're trying to do something very similar, but either way, listen, Big Lake, I think, has been around longer than Old Nation, so whatever. They both have figured out a recipe. Let's see what works. Let's see if we like this one, guys. The strawberries, yeah, guys, strawberry is just a really tough fruit to emulate in a beer. It's very light. It's very watery. The fruit just doesn't shine through very frequently unless you use like a ton of artificial flavor / I don't know, superior extracts. Whatever, we'll see what this one's like. I'm not a huge strawberry beer person, I'm going to be completely honest. There's a couple good ones I like in Michigan. I mean, I think the more natural and light they are, the better they are, truthfully, because then it just alleviates any unnecessary nasty flavors from artificial flavoring. So we'll see what Big Lake did here. We'll try to give an honest review, and we will give an honest review. So Big Lake glassware, we've got it. I won a raffle one time for a fire pit from Big Lake. That was kind of cool. I think that happened last year or the year before. I don't know. Fun fact. So as I pour this, it does look like it has some strawberry roots here, because it's a little bit of that off color, a little bit of that slightly red orange. You can kind of see that. It's not a normal red, but it's not a normal orange either, right? It's kind of integrated into there some way, shape, or form. Looks a little different. It looks like the strawberry M43, just not quite as hazy, but I don't know, actually. When I poured it, it looked light, but as it's accumulated in that glass, it's actually very hazy. It does look a lot like strawberry M43, I'm not gonna lie. Should be a little bit lighter than strawberry M43 because it's 0.8% lighter. I think that's 6.8. This is just 6. But pillowy head sitting on top, very creamy, very soft, very delicate. Sliding down the glass really nice. This looks like a freaking haze bomb, dude. I'm kind of amazed at what they've accumulated here from 6%. Looks like a freaking dippa in the glass. Look at this thing. Yeah. Again, do you know what I'm saying? It looks like a mixture of orange and then this color right up here, kind of put into one, but it's still an orange bomb, right? So let's get a nose on this. I'm excited, actually. $12.99 for this 4-pack. Not gonna lie, there's an orangey citrus that is accompanied by tons of strawberry, and it smells a lot like M43, like that subtle, refreshing strawberry juicy quality. There is a slight bit of tartness that comes off the nose as well. It smells a lot like M43, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe just dialed back a tone, but it smells seedy. It smells kind of jammy and fresh. Nothing too crazy or artificial, truthfully. But it has little reminiscent notes of, that's just what comes to mind. They have to understand that's what I'm used to getting in prior years. So to get this from Big Lake, that's what I have for comparison. So no hate, no disrespect. Maybe it's a compliment, but let's dive in, guys. Strawberry haze, cheers. It's a lot of strawberry, but it's not bad. So it's got some sweetness. It's got some juicy, refreshing qualities that a strawberry brings to the table. It still has that kind of sort of base quality of their other haze beers, but it feels just a touch thicker here. It feels a little bit bigger. Some of the other beers are 5.5%, so this one is 6. Comes across with a little bit softer mouthfeel, a little bit creamier. Just that subtle tartness, but not too much, right? It gives you that nice, luscious sweetness, that little subtle jammy quality from the strawberry. It's good. I feel like they didn't force it too much. They gave you enough strawberry, at least from my perspective, without becoming too dominant. They gave me enough, hazy quality without being too abrupt or too tough on the palate, too hoppy, too sweet and malty. And there's a nice little bit of dryness on the back end to kind of round things out. I'm not gonna lie, it does taste a little bit like strawberry M43. It seems toned down, dialed down a little bit, maybe not as sweet, not as slightly tart. But that's not a bad thing, because I feel like Old Nation sometimes will overdo some of their flavors. It gets a little extracty, gets a little bit tough on the palate for drinkability. This is still very nice at 6%. Drinks heavier, but the drinkability is still, of course, that 6% ABV. Got this subtle chew to it. Again, subtle tartness, subtle creaminess, but still a little bit of like acidity from strawberry. It's not overplayed, not too watery either, so it gives you enough flavor where you're still definitely getting that real strawberry. It's a tough flavor to emulate, guys. I'd say they've done a really, really fantastic job here. At $12.99, I feel like this is insane value, an insane recipe coming from Big Lake, because again, beers like strawberry M43 so highly sought after, right? Whereas this one kind of under the radar a little bit more, and I feel like as a different option that still brings nice strawberry flavor, nice subtle bitterness on the back end. It's still an IPA. Still very, honestly, superior drinkability to, I think this has better drinkability than strawberry M43. With close to matching flavor, maybe a little bit more refreshing, a little bit lighter, but I'm okay with that because the drinkability is on point. Really good. It's still got quite a bit of sweetness, a little bit of acidity. Again, it's still bringing some sort of like base oranginess a little bit, but the strawberry does get its opportunity to shine through the base. Whatever this base is here, it shines through it very nicely, and I feel like they dialed this in exactly where it needed to be for strawberry to be noticeable. So, is this a good beer? I think yes, and I think a lot of people will miss this one, and maybe they shouldn't look past this beer. I feel like this is one that you should look for in the market, and it's maybe one that you didn't know was out there, like I did not know, and unless you follow them very closely. I mean, I do follow them. I think we follow each other on Instagram, which shout out to Big Lake. But, I didn't even know this was coming out, so I feel like this is one that maybe people don't even know is out there, but from my perspective, you should go looking for this one, because $12.99, guys, this is, M43 strawberry-esque. It is up there in that territory. In my opinion, I honestly think it's a little bit more drinkable. Do I like this? Yes. Am I a strawberry beer lover? No, but I still like this, and I think this is a great recipe. So where do I put this beer? I'm going to go 4.25 out of 5 respectively. Really good beer from Big Lake, and one that you should find in the wild, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Prost, cheers, Yamas. If you're going to pour a beer, frickin' pour a Michigan beer. Cheers, guys.